Here is a Bismarck palm with Laura pedlum is the darker brown purpley with the pink flowers, and then Sunshine ligustrum in front of it, and then Liriope, which will have a purple bloom in front of that. And you can see if I pan over here, this is how it looks on this side, and it's covering up that horse stall behind it. So this is the end of July 2024, and you can see where they dug the line to bury the electric cable, and it came right over here to this electric box. I have a brand new, I was just away for a week in Nashville, so everything's a little unkempt, but I have a crepe myrtle here, and lemongrass, and a vitex tree. And then over here, we just recently planted, we have a little pool for the dog because he gets hot in the summer. And so there are 2 Brody junipers. And then all of these crepe myrtles here I planted are brand new. But if you scan this way, you can see, again, where we dug up, I had the electric company dig up and put in, bury the power line. I'm planning to put a pavilion right here with an outdoor kitchen. And then you can see how beautiful, I mean, even the grass looks nice for those of you who may not like grass. Although my blades on my lawnmower probably need to get replaced. They absolutely need to get replaced. But here I just have the beginnings of what's going to be the landscaping for the pavilion. And these are roses. But you can see here, this is, I don't know the name of it. It's a climbing rose. And that's there. And then this one here. Pretty, and they are fragrant. So if I find the name, I'll put it on the screen. Then also, this is, I think I grew this from seed from the mama plant that I got online. And this is a rose of Sharon. And here's some more roses. But this is doing really well here. I had it in kind of a shadier location, and it got like a fungus with pests, and it didn't survive. So you really need to put those in the sun. And then this I've shown a few times already. It's a bunch of crepe myrtles. This is a firebush. Then I have crepe myrtles, trees and bushes. I think they're all bushes though, right? Just some get limbed up to be standards, and some just grow taller, I guess, than others. Look at those silver thorns in the back shooting up those. A week ago, I cut those all out, and they just shot up within a week. So you can see how tall those silver thorns would be if I let them grow out of control, which I don't want to do. But I just can't believe these crepe myrtles, as large as they are. They're almost as tall as I am at 5 feet. And I didn't expect them to get that big. But you can see here I have roses. They're starting to come out. These are drift roses. They're peach. They look white on the camera, but they're actually a beautiful peach color. And they're really small right now, but they do get big and luscious. And here is a faded out, there's onyx too. Here's a faded out daylily. And oh look, here's another one of my crepe myrtle bushes. And oh, look, I have some zinnias. And then I also, this is a Carl Foster grass that I'm hoping takes off. And then here's my mutabilis. Look at this. These are beautiful. I love these mutabilis roses. I have some pokeweed or something growing in the middle of this now. But also, here you can see the shoots of the silverthorn that need to come out. And you could start seeing the Taylor junipers poking their heads out. Let me see if I can get a better angle on this. Before I do that, I want to show you this I grew from a cutting. It might be a Belinda's blush. Let me see if I have the name over here. Oh no, it's Mama, Cochet, Maman Cochet. And let's take a look at this beautiful rose. This way. And here's another Carl Foster grass. But here are the Mama Cochet. And here's another Rose of Sharon. It's a purple lavendery one. And you can see the back side of this, or the side of this. Okay, let me take you to the back. Okay, here you can see these Washingtonias are growing up. I got them as little babies from Walmart via mail order. And when nobody else had them around. This is a Viburnum, a sweet Viburnum that's growing huge. And I did it to block the neighbors for privacy. And you can see I have 3 of these in a line. And then let's go here. This is a weed that grew, that I let grow and flower. And here's a pine tree, like a longleaf pine tree that just self-seeded here. And here's one of my Taylor junipers. I have 4 here. This is the back end of the crepe myrtle alley here. And then there's another Taylor juniper, and there are actually 4 here. So there are 3 in view. The other one is, you can hardly see it all the way in the back there. But I'm really looking forward to the vertical accent that these Taylor junipers provide. But I'm happy that they're growing slowly, because when they grow slowly, that means they will be stronger and live longer, I hope. Fast-growing trees usually don't live as long. Let's give an update on these blue sky junipers. If that's the wrong name, I'm going to have to redo it. But you can see how this jungle is trying to get through the fence. This is a grapevine, so I'm going to have to cut this out. I don't want it growing through. But these, look how much growth is put on here. This is amazing. And then I have the Oakland hollies, and the dogs are heading out to the road. I live on a dirt road. And there's a Hollywood juniper at the end, but this is really shaping up. It's a little tough to keep the jungle out, but we try. And here you can see the back end of where I have the 3 Washingtonias, and then this is a Chinese fan palm. So there will be 4 palm trees growing up, 3 really tall ones and 1 kind of smaller one. This here is an amazing story because I planted this in a little bit of a shadier location. It's a Chinese snowball viburnum. And it, oh look, all the cats are coming now. It had 2 leaves on. It didn't grow more than, say, 8 inches tall. And now it's about 4 feet tall, and it's growing. I know I have to feed you. There's her twin sister, Lothric. Okay, let's take you to another area, and you can see the black diamond crepe myrtle on the left side with the white flowers. I love it. Here's a flower that's been growing in my yard for, this one is only 4 or 5 years, but I took it from the back, and it's about 20 years old from the mama plant, and it's an alamanda, and it adds a lot of sunshine. Not usually a fan of yellow flowers in the garden. I'm like pastel-y pink, purples, and berry colors, maybe light blues and purples, but this is a great plant, and it lasts forever. It dies back in the winter, and it always comes back. I just want to show you the pokeweed, and I usually let those live. It's got pretty cool looking flowers. I feel like I need to paint them before they berry out. But this is a pokeweed, and I'm glad, oh, here's some berries on this side you can see. And I leave it for the animals, the wildlife to eat. But they grow in the middle of everything. And here's the oleander bush. I have multiple of these oleanders, and I think they're great. They're just toxic to animals, but I haven't seemed to have a problem with it. Hopefully I won't. This is the back side of the Bismarck palm. And I have a Suriname cherry that my stepfather planted here. And then behind that I have a general store rose, but it was in full bloom last week and it looks like it needs to rejuvenate itself. And then I have a bunch of daylilies that look like they're pretty spent. They were out in bloom yesterday, daylilies, so I'll try to capture another one. Then I planted some hollies, and this is Wodelia here, which they say is an invasive. I have not seen it be an invasive here, but it does grow really, really well and is an excellent ground cover. Some more rosemary, another crepe myrtle up against the sunshine ligustrum. So I feed the squirrels every day, and I found a few peanuts that didn't get eaten, and they started rooting. And so that's what this is. It's been growing for 2 years now, and it will give us some flowers and some peanuts. It's real peanuts, not that false, which I have a lot of that too, the perennial peanut. One more thing I wanted to show you. This is the RV garden. I had planted the robelinis probably 5 or 6 years ago, and now it's about 7 feet tall. And then I have a crepe myrtle, which is like a black diamond crepe myrtle, but it's got the red color, not the white color. And then a bunch of knockout roses right here. I really didn't pay a lot of attention to this side garden this year. Usually I plant out a whole bunch of perennials and put hanging baskets here, but I didn't do it this year. So you can see on the ground, and these used to hang on the tree, but these are my staghorn ferns, and they're just growing with an aloe on the ground. Oh, there's a hosta. See the difference between, say, this hosta that's in the ground that gets eaten by bugs, and this hosta right here that's not eaten by bugs. So really I recommend, if you're going to grow hostas here, put them in a pot or a basket. And here I love this lady palm. Wait a bit, this is a branch probably that I cut off from the beautyberry. But I love this beautiful, beautiful lady palm. So this is a butterfly magnet. It's a pagoda flower. And to get a close up here, it looks like heck most of the year, but this time of year, it looks like the bush is on fire. It's just beautiful, and it typically has hummingbirds and butterflies all around it. It's absolutely stunning. And it grew like a beast. This has been here about 20 years. And I can very easily dig out a piece and plant it somewhere else, and it'll just grow. I want to show you this bat flower that I have in a pot. I have a black one and a white one, and they're in the same pot, and they were pretty miserable in the house, but I put them out here in the summer. We still have to do our irrigation, never mind that blue hose over there. But this is kind of amazing. Look at this. It's probably as big as my, my thigh. This leaf right here. So it loves being out in the moisture and the hot, and this is, as moist and hot as it gets here in July. Here's my bromeliad garden that I just threw a whole bunch of different kinds in one spot. I think it looks really cool when it's just a monoculture of these, but anyway, I did a bunch of them. And some of them are in bloom, and some of them are colorful. I kind of leave this area go. I know some people hate them for mosquitoes, but they're far enough away from my house, I suppose. This one has a spent bloom, but it's gotten huge. Look at this. It's so huge. It's probably 2 feet tall. And then here's another bloom Oh, I got a mosquito on me. And it keeps coming back, sorry. And this is the first time I've seen this one bloom. And then over here I have some more sun-loving and pineapples, ornamental pineapples. So you can see that here. These are just gorgeous. I hope this makes lots of babies. I want to put some out in the sunshine too. Although, like greenish yellow, chartreuse, and red have not really been my color theme, so I kind of limit that palette. So I'm back to the front of where we're now storing the boat instead of the RV. And these are all the crinum lilies that I took out from the woods last year and transplanted them here. And my son was like, "Why did you plant a whole bunch of dead plants in front of the driveway?" And I said, "They're not. They will come back." And they did. And they did bloom this year significantly. And I want to show you the ghetto part of where we had a horse wash pad here, and the trees are dying, so we have to take them down, and I want to make this area a lot nicer. So Joe and I stood here yesterday, and well, my stepfather ground up this pad, broke it up, and it's all connected with wires, so we had to dig up the chunks and cut the wires between them. But I can show you here, this tree is totally dead. And so it has to come down because it's dropping big branches all over. But it's got some leaves, but for the most part, it's dropping big, huge branches. But what I wanted to show you before my battery dies is this Italian cypress area. Now, mind you, I left for a week, so there's some weeds that I have to clean out. But this is, you come through, I call it the bat cave. You come through the woods to get to the main part of the property. And I kind of wanted it to be a beautiful tunnel that you would come through with Italian cypresses. This here is a huge, huge, huge mulberry that I actually saw fruit on this year. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update of where things are. My son is getting a 2-story barn that he's putting over here. And ultimately, we'd like to get a pool for the back. So we'll keep you posted.